When you're producing cars at the pinnacle of performance and technology, how do you make it go to the next level? This is the 2021 Mercedes S-Class, and it has accomplished that, and we're going to take you for a drive. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix. We are here in Rhode Island with an opportunity to drive the 2021 Mercedes S-Class. This is the S580. And I have to tell you, after spending 2 days in this vehicle, it's pretty impressive. And if you thought that the S-Class was hot before, or you thought it was the best in technology or performance, you haven't driven the 2021 yet. We're going to go through this vehicle in 10 different categories: performance, handling, safety, visibility, the amazing seating quality, and then we'll look at technology, which has amplified to a whole new level. We'll look at features. We'll talk about design, quality. We'll go around to the back. We'll talk about cargo value, and then we'll give you a Car Coach Reports total. Now, there are a lot of competitors in this category from both Audi, BMW, and even Genesis. So we'll do some comparisons along the way. So don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell, because we cover more than car reviews and first looks. We also give you car smarts. Let's start by taking a look under the hood and talk about performance. Under the hood of the S580 is a 4-liter V8 bi-turbo with EQ boost. 496 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque, and when you add in that mild hybrid motor, it adds an additional 21 horsepower. Backed by a 9-speed automatic transmission, and under the hood of the S500, which is the step below this trim level, it's powered by a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder engine, which also has the EQ boost. Both ride on the 48-volt architecture, which is the electric boost. Think of it as like a mild hybrid. Although we're just cruising around Rhode Island right now, there is a lot of performance in this vehicle. 0 to 60 time is 4.4 seconds. If you go with the S500, it is 4.6 seconds, which isn't far off, considering the fact that that is a 6-cylinder motor. This is a V8 bi-turbo engine, and of course they've got the mild hybrid architecture. What does mild hybrid architecture mean? It's 48 volts, which allows you to make a lot of electric components, which includes these beautiful OLED screens, which we'll talk about in technology. But what it also does is gives you better fuel economy. So it uses the electricity or the hybrid portion of it to propel the car, and then you use the gasoline portion when you're in the sport mode. Now, there are different drive modes. You can go into the eco mode, which is fine if you're just cruising around town. You can go into the comfort mode, which we had on the highway yesterday, which was really quite fabulous, and it's super quiet. You can hear we're in comfort now. Silent like a library. It's amazing. Then you can change modes into the sport mode. It gets a little bit more stiffer ride, tighter handling, but what you're getting is a more performance oriented vehicle. Then to Sport Plus, which I really enjoyed. I tried it on the highway as well, and I had a truck move in on me, and I was able to put my foot in it and accelerate out of it, no problem. Because of the mild hybrid architecture, you have instant gratification, instant performance when it comes to this vehicle. Fuel economy numbers have not been issued at this time. We have horsepower, we've got 0 to 60, but we do know the top speed is 130 miles an hour. I don't think you're doing 130 miles an hour in this car, but you never know on the Autobahn. Overall, the performance of this vehicle is not getting utilized like it would on a track. It's what you're going to be doing with it every day. It has phenomenal performance. This is a completely upgraded engine. We talked to a couple of the internal engineers, and they gave us some great information about this vehicle and how the changes to the new 4-liter bi-turbo really are quite impressive and much more efficient use of power, and therefore it earns a 10 for performance. When it comes to handling, there's a lot of upgrades on this vehicle. There is an air ride suspension that has made this ride so cushy and so relaxing, yet it could be performance oriented depending upon your feeling of the moment, which I think is great, because you don't typically get those options when you buy a vehicle. It's like, there it is. You might get a sport mode. Now, when you're dealing with this high level $100,000 vehicle, yes, this is another upgrade that you get. Now, when you change from comfort to performance, and also there's an individual mode, you can adjust the suspension, the handling and the shift points to what you prefer. Optional E-Active body roll suspension is a new system that allows for a smoother ride and can even raise the body to defer an impact, such as a bump on the road or a pothole, but standard rear wheel steering makes it easy to maneuver this large sedan through any tight space and reduces the turning circle by 6.2 feet. That's a lot shorter than before. One of the biggest upgrades to this vehicle is the rear wheel steer. It is really cool. So we've seen this before. We've seen this technology from years ago. When you go in a circle, the circle is tighter, it's smaller, it gives you the ability to parallel park and to drive and to make those tight maneuvers much easier. You can see that the wheel actually articulates both in and out depending upon what you're looking for. And this is such an updated system compared to what you may have seen in the past. And what it gives you is better road handling, it's quiet, and of course you add that along with the impressive brakes. This suspension is really top of the line. The S500 rides on 19-inch wheels and the S580 rides on 20-inch wheels, and there are lots of optional choices as well. Having alloy wheels, you can pick whatever color design that you want. And if you go to the customizable features, which you would do at your dealer and personalize that vehicle for yourself, the price goes up, but you get the vehicle the way you want it. When you're looking at handling for this vehicle and how much it's improved over its predecessor, not that it was horrible, but this is just absolutely premium, top of the line, and super impressive. It earns a 10. For safety, Mercedes-Benz has always been about the quest for the best technology and the top safety and improving their safety in their vehicles, as is pretty much every brand. The major safety features for 2021 in the S-Class are the active adaptive brake assist, active lane change and lane keeping, evasive steering assist, so that'll push you back into the lane, active steering assist, active brake assist, active emergency stop. These are all features that are happening while you're driving. Active distance assist, in other words, you can't get too close to the vehicle in front of you as long as you set it that way. Blind spot detection, active and remote parking assist, which is great with this rear wheel steer. Front, side, overhead, and rear seat airbags, which are a first in the industry to have rear airbags. It also has the E-Active body control suspension, so you don't have a lot of body roll, which makes you lose traction, lose control of the vehicle. This gives you ultimate control of this large vehicle. And that also has attention assist, and night vision assist is a plus, and of course that is an additional option. When you're looking at all the safety features, they're really impressive. They are easy to use and easy to adjust to your personal taste. For safety, it earns a 10. When it comes to visibility, out the front is a gigantic piece of glass, so you have great visibility of the roadway. The sills are a little high, but that's not an impact to the front or the back seat passengers. But when you go in reverse, you have an around view camera that is extremely impressive. The clarity of this OLED screen is really top of the line, and it gives you great visibility. And you also have cameras all the way around, so it really makes this vehicle easy visibility. Looking out the back, you can see the headrests do get a little bit in the way, and because it is a sedan style, it does lose a little bit of the actual visibility with your own eyes, but the cameras are very impressive, and for visibility, it earns a 9. When it comes to seating in this S-Class, it's nothing but the best. I mean, you can tell by looking at this interior from the cushy pillows that you don't see in very many vehicles unless you're looking at like Rolls-Royce and Bentleys and that kind of high end. But the leather materials and everything are fabulous. It's really hard to find something negative. You almost have to look for it. You've got lumbar, you've got heated seats, ventilated seats with multiple stages. You've got multiple different massage settings as well, and a heated steering wheel. There is really nothing more that you could possibly want. There are so many adjustable seating positions. Everybody should be able to find a comfortable seat. Let's take a look at the second row. We have the Executive Edition, which has all the goodies. Not all of the test vehicles did. We were lucky enough to get this one to show you. In the back seat, you have everything you could possibly want. Starting off with the individual entertainment screens that have the same type of settings that you would have in front. You can look at the navigation. You can hit that home screen. You get navigation, phone. You get your radio, your media, your apps. The comfort even for the seats back here, which include massaging, ventilated, heated seats as well. You can change the ambient lighting, and they have the energizing comfort. So if it notices that you're falling asleep, it can wake you up. You really think about all these things. It's really cool to think that this is possible in a vehicle at this price point. Now, the workout for the back headrest, you can have the back headrest also massage your head. I love it. This is the lap of luxury. You have your own sunroof. You can seat 5 people here. In addition, the passenger seat becomes a reclining seat with a footrest because nothing but the best. I love it. I love it. When you go to the center console here, you have a removable tablet. Press the button and you have your own tablet back here. Now what does this tablet do? It mimics the screen, so you can have it either control both of them or one of them. Why do I know if you had children in the back seat, they would be fighting over this? This is an adult's car because you can have a lot of fun in this vehicle, especially if you're being transported in it every single day. Now you can hit the home button here. Again, this does the same thing. You can adjust the comfort for yourself right here on a tablet. Nice little expensive item to have. I'm sure it's going to have high demand because in a vehicle like this, it's about all the details. Inside the center console, you have another wireless charger as well as additional 2 USB-C charging ports, which is all the way throughout. Going to the back pass-through, there's a pass-through to the trunk, and that would be for skis or long items that you need to transport. In front of you, you've got 2 additional vents. You have your own climate control, and then down below you have 2 more USB-C charging ports and 2 HDMI connections for your individual screens. Plus, when you look on the door, you've heated, you're ventilated, your memory seat for the back, 2 memory positions for each seat, and of course your window lifts and then these screens. Everything has been thought out. There is nothing more you could add to this vehicle. If you can think of something that you would want to add to the back seat of this car, of all the cars that we've driven, and we've driven literally everything, I think this is the ultimate, and it deserves a 10. I've reviewed a lot of Mercedes, and one of the things they've always been great at is technology. And we'll start off with this screen. Easy to read. It's becoming more intuitive for people to look at an iPad or something along those lines, a tablet. This is a tablet-sized navigation screen. It has all the information you need, tells you your destination, when you're going to get there, how to get there, and so forth. When you hit the home button, you'll have the access to navigation, your phone if you wish to have it connected, your audio system, which has got the Burmeister top-of-the-line premium audio system, which is super impressive. You've got your apps, and in your comfort and your apps mode, the comfort's got heated massage, regular massage, seat adjustments, ambient lighting. You can pick your lighting and it can mix it up from monochrome to multicolor depending upon what you want. You can personalize it, and you can do an energizing comfort setup as well. Going back to that home screen, you have additional settings that are in the car's settings as well as information about your drive. So when you're buying a vehicle at this price point, and the competitors are in this category, it truly is about luxury and design and technology and making it functional and have longevity as well, giving you that confidence. There's arrows here showing you which way to go, and if you miss that arrow in this live 3D camera going out the front, it will come back to the next camera with bigger arrows, and there are huge arrows in front of me on my head-up display, which is excellent as well. When you're looking at technology overall for this vehicle, it is nothing but impressive. I'm going to ignore what it's telling me to do because I'm trying to get on the Hutchinson here. So as you miss their exits, that small little arrows, they get bigger next time around. So they get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like, hey, you missed your exit. I love the fact that it's guiding people, and of course that same information is in front of me in this huge navigation screen and the huge head-up display. All this information is easy to read. You don't need to even have glasses on like some of them you do. And now we're going to find a different route to get to our destination. There's heavy traffic, so we'll continue driving. But one of the things that's important when it comes to technology, and I'm not going to do a deep dive into the technology because we'll be here for probably an hour just talking about the MBUX system or MBUX system and how impressive it is. I have said nothing but positive things about this system since the time they came out with it. It is so much better than 5 years ago in that technology. When you're looking at technology overall for this vehicle, it absolutely earns a 10, and you have to experience it. Even if you buy another brand, you have to experience this because this is an experience. When you're looking at features for this Mercedes-Benz S-Class, it is nothing but the best. The left side of the steering wheel is the most impressive area because it controls this amazing screen in front of you. This is the 3-dimensional center screen. It is completely changeable. You hit the home button and you can change whatever it is you'd like to see. You can pick the angle. You can decide what you want in front of you. Do you want the navigation? You can pick the classic look. the exclusive look, the sporty look, or the understated. I love it. Different appearances based on how you feel at that moment. Also, you can adjust your driver assistances on this home button to the right. Also, you can adjust all of your active safety features on the left side of the steering wheel. You'll notice that the stock is beautiful and well designed. I love the knurled aluminum knobs. Going to the right side, you've got your shifter, which is something that is traditional for Mercedes-Benz. They've always had that way, and the paddle shifters if you wish to use them. On the right side, you have your volume control, which you can slide up and down to listen to that beautiful 4D Burmeister audio system, which has over 1,000 watts. You really have to have some expensive ears to be able to hear that, because the truth is, I listen to music and I enjoy it, but if you love top quality audio, this has that available. On the left side of the steering wheel, you've got two of these beautiful vents. They're really neat. They go together, they're knurled, they go up and down. I love the real wood. Everything is real. There is nothing that is fake on this car. And then, of course, you've got the ability to adjust your headlights here. And you've got another one of the many, many, many speaker systems in this car that are Burmeister. They're in the seats. They're all over the car. And if you're really an audiophile, you will love this vehicle. Going further down the driver's door, you've got 3 memory settings: instant air for ventilation and heated, and this button here locks the rear doors. Really nice, easy to use. The seat controls right there, and there are your locks for your doors. Just beautiful, elegant, a piece of art. Everything about this vehicle is super impressive. Start stop button, and then if you don't like the auto off, which I don't, you can shut it off. And I love it, it's right there in front of you. Then we go to this beautiful center screen, which we covered in technology in the 4 vents that are above it. Completely adjustable, customizable to any way you want. I'm not going to go a deep dive into this because it could be its own video on its own. You've got your Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and Individual, where you can set the settings however you want. Just beautiful, a beautiful piece of equipment. Further down, you've got another wireless charger in here, 2 cup holders, more USB chargers, and then inside you've got, well, you've got wipes, but inside you have another charge port in the glove box that splits in 2. Probably one of the best designs of the glove box that splits in 2. Many times I don't like them. In this case, I do. Overall, when you're looking at this vehicle, when it comes to features, there is nothing else you could want. Top quality leather, real wood, real aluminum, everything is real, and as expressed, you will not be disappointed, and it gets a score of 10. The design of the new S-Class is not that dramatically different. It does have that classic Mercedes look, that elegance and the detail, but I'm actually surprised it's not that much different. It needed to be. If you're going to make an all-new vehicle both inside and out, although there's some great details on the outside, which we'll go over, I just kind of wish there was a little bit more. I love this new emerald green color. Very, very impressive. LED lights, of course, and then this chrome detail has really made it just a little bit more elegant. The S-Class runs on either 19-inch or 20-inch wheels. There are different options. Our test vehicle is running on the 20-inch wheels because this is an S580. One of the new features on the Mercedes S-Class is the door handles that go flush. Now, we've seen this before on other vehicles, but it really makes a nice clean line, makes it smoother through the wind, which gives you better handling and better fuel economy. You hit your unlock, and the Mercedes-Benz logo is right here on the handle. Nice design. As you work your way around the back, you've got your 4MATIC, which is your all-wheel drive, which all of the S-Class come that way, like we said in handling. LED taillights, which have a very nice jeweled tone inside. You can see all the cut lines and the chrome trim. And one thing that kind of bothers me is this looks like the back end of maybe a CLA, and they needed to make this even more unique. When you're buying a car in this $100,000 range, people want something that stands out, that said, you bought an S-Class and I'm impressed. Now, I'm hoping there'll be some changes for the AMG, and we'll be covering that in a separate review. But overall, when you're looking at the design, the clean lines, the new colors, interior materials and everything, the interior is fabulous. That saved the overall rating. But for design on the exterior, kind of cut it down a few points. So for design, it earned an 8. When it comes to quality, Mercedes is the top of the line, and they have impressed when it comes to the S-Class. The interior materials are really detailed. They're soft, you can see the stitching, and nothing was cut as far as trying to cut corners and make things work, or to say, we'll not use this brand. It's nothing but the best, including the audio system. Very impressive with the 4D system, which we have not seen in other vehicles. Now, when you're comparing this to other cars, you have the same 40 or 50,000 mile warranty, and for quality, it earns a 10. Coming around to the back, we have 22 cubic feet of storage. That's more than the competitors of the BMW, the Audi, and the Genesis, and even the Porsche Panamera, which is a little bit smaller anyhow. Because this vehicle is longer and wider, they're giving it more trunk space as well as more passenger room. When you're looking at the value of this vehicle compared to its direct competitors, the S500 starts at $109,000, and of course all the extras and goodies can make it very expensive, and the S580, like our test vehicle, starts at $116,000. We do not have the exact price of this because we did not get window stickers, but my guess, we're looking at close to $150,000 because we have the executive back seat with the separate screens and a lot of other features that you would not buy as a base model. When you're looking at value overall, this vehicle compared to others in the category, this vehicle earns a 9. The 2021 Mercedes S-Class really does impress. Starting with the interior really takes the cake. That's where you live inside this vehicle, because people say, oh, the car looks great or it doesn't look great, but inside is where you and your family and whoever is transported gets the experience, the new technology, and how it works. The 3D screens are really high definition, which I think is very important, because a lot of times you'll see three-dimensional screens, but the quality is so grainy, or it could be a lot better. This is an OLED screen, and that's kind of difference you're seeing with Mercedes versus maybe a lesser expensive vehicle. In addition, the quality of materials is extremely impressive. Different leathers, different choices, both exterior and interior, and the ability to make it yours, I think really makes this what Mercedes is all about. High tech, capable driving, great performance, and overall, the features are what makes this vehicle fantastic. On the negative side, I'm kind of disappointed there wasn't a larger departure from what the S-Class looked like before. According to internal people, they say this was part of their plan, but that's for you to decide. You can put that in the comments down below. When you total up all 10 categories, the 2021 Mercedes-Benz S-Class earns a 96. Now, if you bought this vehicle, we'd like to hear about that. If you bought something else, why did you buy something else? Put that in the comments down below. We'd like to start the conversation so that we can all learn something. Maybe you bought a BMW or a Lexus. Maybe you decided to go for the budget-friendly Genesis G90. We're curious if you did. The retention rate on these vehicles is about 70%. That's pretty high. Most vehicles, people don't go back to that same vehicle over and over. If you have additional questions or comments and I didn't get a chance to answer them in this video, put in the comments down below. I will answer your questions. I answer all of them myself. And if you want additional information, check out our website, Car Coach Reports, in English and in Spanish. We have other contributors there, including Javier Mota, who's literally here with me right now, and he's going to have his review posting at the same time. And check out our podcast, Total Car Score. It's on all platforms, and you can follow me on social media at Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.